What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure back with a new video. I'm going to say this now for those of you that don't like the videos where it's just like a discussion and me talking and you prefer more of the hands-on videos. I would recommend clicking off of this one because this video is basically just talking. There's nothing hands-on, there's no product review, so I don't want to bore you if you don't want to watch this video. But now that that's out of the way, I've received quite a few emails and DMs from people. I haven't even gotten through all of them yet, but I've been sitting here for the past couple of days trying to get through them with people questioning as far as their launch at this time right now with all that's going on right now with coronavirus. This was a topic I was trying to avoid as far as coronavirus, just because I feel like so many people are touching on it because of clout. And then we're constantly hearing about this in the news to the point where I don't even watch the news. Like, a lot of you have the question of, should you continue with launching your online boutique because you planned on launching it at this time or in like the next month or so? Or for those of you that were getting ready to register but you didn't have a launch date and set, you're kind of holding back and skeptical there. And then you have the people that are already in business and really don't know what to do right now. I'm going to touch base on that topic, different scenarios depending on where you are as far as your business. So you guys can probably tell I'm super tired. I am very drained. This is a tough time for everyone. It is very frustrating, so I get everyone's frustration, and I actually appreciate you guys coming to me for advice. It makes me feel like what I'm doing for you guys as far as these videos are actually worth it and it's helping people out there. But I am tired for sure. Now, as far as a lot of people asking for my advice as if they should actually launch their boutique right now, should they hold off with everything that's going on, everyone's kind of confused on what to do right now. Pretty much my answer to everyone that I've responded back to so far is it depends on where you are with your business. But I'm going to go through a couple different scenarios to explain what I would do in that position and my advice to you as far as the current position that you are in right now. Just keep in mind, this is just my advice. I can't tell you what to do with your business. I'm no expertise at this as far as what's going on right now because it's new to all of us. So this is just my advice, and if I was in that position, what I would do. And then I'll also tell you what it is I'm doing right now, because obviously I'm running a business too that's also affected by this. I've actually been affected by this for the last couple months. But let's just go into the different scenarios. Scenario one, for the people that haven't registered their business yet and they were at the point where they were getting ready to register their business so that way they can get started. With everything that's going on right now and no end in sight, first of all, most of like the county offices are closed, Department of Revenues are closed, depending on your state, of course, because not all states are as bad as the others. I know like here in Florida, in New York, California, those places, they're closed. So don't even waste your time registering right now because it probably won't get processed for who knows how long, because no one knows when this will end. So if you haven't registered your business yet, my advice to you would be to focus on planning and figure out your plan of attack for once you are registered. Maybe you could start working on the website even though the business is not actually registered. At least once you get registered, you're ready to launch. This is your time to really and truly just plan everything out, come up with different ideas, think of strategies for if something like this comes up or similar things that are stopping your business, what you would do to overcome those situations, because trust me, this is not going to be the last one. You're going to go through hurdle after hurdle. So use this time to truly just plan things out. Figure out what it is that you truly want to do with your business before registering. Trust me, there's a lot that you can plan right now. Even as you go with your business, you'll continue with different plans and different strategies. So right now is your time to plan and strategize. obviously can't register your business because those offices are closed. Some states you can do it online and it's still being processed. Other states, because they want you to come in person, or once you submit it online, there's someone on the back end that has to process it, it may be put on pause. So I would say hold on to your money. Don't register right now. Wait until those offices are back open and register from there and proceed. Luckily for you, you haven't already started yet, so it's not like you've taken a huge loss at this moment because you haven't started yet. So for the next scenario, which I think a lot of you that have messaged me and DM'd me, I think a lot of you are in this current position right now, which truly sucks, and I am so sorry to you guys that you're going through this right now, but you're at the point where you are registered. You probably already have your website up or finishing the final touches of your website, and you already have your launch date set. Like, you are ready to go. You are ready to be up and running within the next few weeks. And then all of this happening, you have no idea what to do. For you guys, I'm going to give you 2 things I would do in this situation. One, you can go ahead and proceed as normal because you've already invested so much into this. You're already set to go regardless of what's going on. Since you already have it ready, just go ahead and launch. I would say that also depends on your clientele, because there are people that are quarantined right now that are just home online shopping. All they're doing right now is shopping because they have nothing else to do. Everyone's stuck in the house. And those people are also being paid to stay home. They're on paid leave. So for them to spend money right now is not killing them because they're being paid to just sit around anyway. So they're online shopping. But you have to know your clientele and where they're working. If you have a younger clientele that may be in college, some of those students either aren't working and they're out of school, they don't have money to spend. Some of them may be working at the supermarkets and at the fast food restaurants who are being overworked. So they're making money, but they may be too tired to shop right now. So I would say if that is your clientele, maybe you don't really want to launch right now because you're not going to get the traffic you need. But if you're selling to a clientele that works for big corporations that are maybe out of work and they're getting their paid leave, they may still be shopping for when this is all over because they're bored anyway. So what better else to do other than to just shop online? Trust me, I keep seeing FedEx, I keep seeing UPS. I think DHL is the only one that slowed down a bit, but these trucks are out delivering. Amazon's hiring a ton of people for their warehouses because people won't stop ordering. So there are people still buying. You just have to know who your clientele is to know, do you truly want to go ahead and full on launch. Other situation I can recommend for those of you that already had your launch date set and you are ready to go, you've already invested your time and money into this, I would say postpone your grand opening for your online boutique and do a soft opening. And what that soft opening would be is to just target people that you know. You can do like a friends and family event. You can do a small portion of marketing to even bring in outside clients that you don't know, that are complete strangers to you. And this will allow you the time to really work out the kinks in your business, because trust me, when you launch, you'll think you have everything ready, you'll think it's all perfected, and you'll run into different errors, especially when it's online and you have to deal with technology. So this will be your time to work out those kinks, figure out new plans and promotions, things you want to do, maybe something that's running late that you anticipated to have ready in time for your grand opening and now it's not. At least if you push out your date, you won't have it for the soft opening, but you'll have it for the grand opening. So this is your time to pretty much just test the waters, especially if you already purchased your product and you're ready to start shipping that product out so you can make your money back. This is the time to do the soft opening with just that product. You want to really analyze your business and where you are with everything and figure out how much you've actually invested into this to decide which direction you want to go in. It's really hard for me personally to respond to everyone and say this is what you should do because I don't know your business. But just based off general scenarios, those are some of the things that I would recommend. And then one more scenario just for those of you that have already launched your boutique, whether it's been recently in the past few months or you've already been going for a year. We're probably all seeing that sales have slowed down. But you have to realize for the past few weeks, people have been in fear. No one knew if they were going to lose their job, if they were just going to be on a temporary leave, and whether they'll be paid or not paid, and having funds to be able to run to the store to buy the things that they need because everything is selling out so fast. The past few weeks have just been nothing but fear. No one knew what to expect because we haven't dealt with anything like this, at least not in my lifetime. So you're going to see a slowdown in sales right now. Trust me, I already experienced that too. But don't let that stop you. You have to continue to the best of your ability, to just continue to run business as normal. Offer a promo if you have to, just to get things moving. Do free shipping if you need to. Come up with different marketing strategies to get your brand in front of people so that they don't remember that you're still there, you're still open, you're still available to ship to them. Do whatever you can to keep your business operating as normal. Keep posting on social media, sharing information on social media. If you decided to just close your business at this time and not work on it, notify your customers, let them know you're closed, but you'll be back. But continue to do like your social media things. If you do email blasts, all I can say to you guys is continue to operate as normal. Because once people get past this toilet paper phase, which trust me, I don't understand, because I feel like there's a lot more essentials that you need other than toilet paper, but that's what everyone's buying right now. Once they get past this phase, they'll start buying other things again, and you'll start seeing sales slowly start to pick up. Crossing my fingers that this doesn't drag on forever. But things will eventually go back to normal. Like I've been telling everyone, this too shall pass. There's always something that's going to slow things down. You just got to figure out a strategy to get over it. So my advice to you guys that are already up and running with your business is to just continue to operate as normal as best as you can. Of course, remain safe. If you have a store and you want to avoid contact with other people, go ahead and close those stores. But continue to work from home if you can. You can do by appointment if you truly trust these. Now, as far as what I'm doing with my business, I'm just going to share my side so you guys don't think I'm just giving you this advice and then I'm doing something completely different. All my stuff has been pushed to work from home. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I've been experiencing this for months considering I import all of my goods, and this all started in Asia. So their factories have been closed. So any of you that have been ordering from me in the past couple months, you probably have seen that things were delayed. Everything's slowing down. Orders taking longer than usual. It was because one, my factory was closed. I couldn't get any product from my factories at all. And the crazy thing is at that time I had just launched my spring collection. I was ready for that stuff to start coming in. I already had listed it all on my website for sale. I'm ready to ship this stuff. Factory is closed. I can't do anything with it. I'm getting orders and I have to let people know I have to push it out at least a week. And even then, I wasn't sure if it was just going to be a week. For them, they were closed for a week, but then once they did come back to work, they literally only working like 2 days out of the week. So the month of February, I had already slowed completely down just because they had already shut down in China, which affected me personally. And then now March, it's the US that shut down. So trust me, things slowed down for me a lot already starting in February, but I didn't stop. I continued on with my business as normal and just explained to people things are running later than usual. I think all my customers understood. I don't think I had any orders canceled. So things were just slower, and I just had to continue to remind people that there's just madness going on in the world right now. We're working on these orders as quickly as we can, and we're trying to push them out as fast as we can, but there is a delay. It was a little easier to operate as normal when it was on the China side because people here personally weren't feeling it, so they were still ordering as normal. It was just things were slow. Then once things hit here in the US, that's when it really started to slow down and I started noticing it affect my sales. But again, still operating as normal, still pushing out my email blasts, still doing social media as much as I can because, like I said, I'm tired. So I'll be seeing in the next couple weeks how things go. For the last couple weeks, all my sales were good. I think the only difference I see is from this year versus last year. Obviously, last year was a lot better than this year, but everyone's kind of scaling back. But I noticed the amount of traffic that's still on my website is still there. So that's why I say continue with the promotions, continue with the offers, continue marketing to the customers, because if the traffic is there, people are obviously considering buying. They're just a little afraid to complete the order and click that buy button. But as long as I keep marketing to them and offering them some type of incentive to buy, the sales will keep coming. So that's why I say to you guys to operate as normal. This is going to be a tough time for everyone. We're all going through it together. Just don't give up. Don't let this stop you from wanting to run your business. To be honest with you, if anything, this should be pushing people to eventually start their own business, because you have some of these companies out here that are just laying people off left and right because they're trying to pocket as much money as they can. And then you have businesses that are expecting their employees to come back to work, but this entire time that they're out, they're not paying them. But if you work for yourself, you have complete control over the situation at hand. So don't let this discourage you from running your own business. If anything, let this push you to make it all happen so that way you can be employed by yourself. Thank you for watching.